Hello, and welcome to Future Forward, the show where we discuss the important questions about tomorrow. Today, we are asking, should we encourage our young people to start their own businesses? Is it a golden opportunity for innovation and success? Or is it a risky path with too much pressure? Here to argue for youth entrepreneurship is Leo. He's the young and successful founder of the tech company Innovate Today. Welcome, Leo. And offering a more cautious view is Maria, a career counselor with over 15 years of experience helping young people build their futures. Welcome, Maria. We'll begin with opening statements from each of our guests, starting with Leo.
Thank you, Sarah. I believe that encouraging young people to start their own businesses is one of the most important things we can do for them and for our society. The modern world is changing so quickly, and starting a business is the best way to learn the skills needed for the future. When you start a business, you learn by doing. It's a very practical education. You don't just read about marketing in a textbook. You have to go out and talk to actual customers. You have to convince them that your product is worth their money. You don't just study finance in a classroom. You have to manage a real budget, making difficult decisions about where every dollar goes. These are real-world practical skills. This experience is incredibly valuable, and it stays with you forever, even if the first business doesn't succeed. On top of that, young people see the world with fresh eyes. They're not trapped by old ways of thinking. They look at problems and see opportunities. They're not afraid to challenge old ideas and create new, surprising solutions. Encouraging them to start businesses leads to the kind of innovation that can solve major problems in our world, from climate change to healthcare. It also creates new jobs for everyone, not just for the founder. Finally, it's about personal empowerment. When you build your own project, from the first idea to the first sale, it gives you a powerful sense of purpose. You learn to be independent, to trust your own judgment, and to be resilient when things go wrong. It teaches you to take control of your own future. In a world where jobs are less secure than ever, being able to create your own opportunities is the most important skill anyone can have.
Thank you, Leo. Now we'll hear the opening statement from Maria.
Thank you. Leo's story is certainly inspiring, and his passion is clear. However, I believe we must be very careful. We should not push young people into the high-risk, high-stress world of entrepreneurship without making the dangers very clear. My main concern is the high risk of failure and the financial problems that follow. The reality is that most new businesses fail within the first few years. This isn't just a small disappointment. Failure often means a young person is left with serious debt from loans they took to start the business. Starting your adult life with thousands of dollars of debt can be a terrible burden. It can affect your ability to rent an apartment, buy a car, or save for the future. Next, I want to talk about the value of experience. There's a reason companies have managers and senior staff. There's so much to learn. Working for an established company first provides incredible benefits. You get a stable salary, which removes a lot of stress. You often get health insurance and a retirement plan. Most importantly, you get mentorship. You can learn from experienced colleagues who can teach you how a successful business really operates from the inside, all without taking on the personal financial risk yourself. Finally, we must consider the mental and physical health of these young people. The pressure on founders is enormous. They're often celebrated for working 80 hours a week and sleeping in the office, but this is not healthy. This immense stress, the feeling that everything depends on you, can lead to severe burnout, anxiety, and other serious mental health problems. We have a responsibility to promote a healthy and balanced approach to work. A person's well-being should always come before their business.
Thank you, Maria. You've both made very strong opening points. I'd like to start the discussion with a question for Maria. Maria, Leo argues that we need the fresh ideas and the energy of young people to drive innovation. He says they see the world differently. If we advise them all to take a safe job first, are we risking that creative spark? Are we telling them that their brilliant ideas should wait, perhaps forever?
That's an important question, Sarah. I want to be clear. I'm not saying that their ideas should wait or that their creativity is not valuable. It is incredibly valuable. However, an idea is only one small part of a successful business. What I'm suggesting is that the business itself, the official launch, can and probably should wait. A young person can and should develop their idea while working. They can use their stable salary to live and use their free time to do market research and talk to potential customers. They can build a simple version of their product, a prototype, on weekends. They can save money to create a financial cushion for when they do decide to launch. Starting a business when you have a few years of professional experience, a deeper understanding of the industry, and a financial safety net is a much smarter, more strategic way to succeed. An idea is the seed, but you need good soil to plant it in. A few years in a traditional job provides that rich, fertile soil of experience, contacts, and capital.
Leo, how would you respond to that? Is it better to prepare for years, or is there a risk of losing the momentum?
I have to respectfully disagree with Maria. The world moves far too fast for that approach. An idea that is absolutely brilliant today might be completely irrelevant in 3 or 4 years. A competitor could launch a similar product, or the market could change entirely. There's a window of opportunity for most great ideas, and if you wait too long, that window closes. Also, the safe job can become a trap. It's comfortable, you have a good salary and a routine. It becomes very easy to lose the passion and the hunger you had for your original idea. The dream gets put on a shelf and is forgotten. I've seen this happen to so many talented people. And regarding failure, we need to change how we think about it. Failure is not a disaster. It's one of the most powerful learning experiences a person can have. Many of the most successful entrepreneurs in the world failed several times before they found success. They learned what not to do. They learned about the market, about their own strengths and weaknesses. We should teach young people to see failure as a lesson, not as a final judgment. It's a stepping stone, not a wall.
That brings me to my next question, which is for you, Leo. Maria raised very serious and valid concerns about the mental health pressure and the immense stress involved in running a business. Is it truly responsible to encourage young people who may not have fully developed the emotional skills to cope with such pressure to enter that kind of stressful environment?
That's a very fair point, and it's something we must take seriously. Any career path can be stressful. A demanding boss and a, quote, safe job can cause just as much stress as a difficult client for an entrepreneur. The difference with entrepreneurship is that the stress often comes from working on something you're deeply passionate about. It's meaningful stress. This passion provides the motivation to wake up every day and face the challenges. It's very different from the stress of a job you don't care about. Furthermore, we shouldn't encourage them to do it alone. That's the old, unhealthy way of thinking about it. A key part of modern entrepreneurship is building a strong support network. This means having co-founders to share the burden, finding mentors who've been through it before, and joining communities of other founders who understand the journey. We can encourage them to start businesses while also teaching them the importance of mental health, setting boundaries, and building these support systems from day one.
Maria, what are your thoughts on that? Can passion and a support network truly protect a young person from burnout?
Passion is a wonderful and powerful emotion, but passion does not pay the electricity bill or the rent. The romantic idea of the passionate founder, fueled by coffee and dreams, is a story we like to tell, but it often hides a dangerous hustle culture. This culture tells young people that it's normal and even admirable to sacrifice their health, their sleep, and their personal relationships for their work. This is not admirable. It is dangerous. A support network is important, but a group of other stressed, overworked founders might just normalize this unhealthy behavior instead of preventing it. A stable job, on the other hand, usually has clear working hours. It provides a structure that allows for, and even encourages, a work-life balance. This balance is essential for long-term well-being. It allows a young person to have a social life, to enjoy hobbies, and to get the rest their brain and body need to function properly. This is crucial for long-term success and happiness in any career, whether it's as an employee or a future entrepreneur.
We're nearing the end of our time. I'll now ask each of you for a brief closing statement, beginning with you, Maria.
My final message today is simple. It's not never, but prepare first. We should absolutely encourage young people to be creative, to be innovative, and to think like entrepreneurs. Those are valuable skills for any job. But we should also advise them to build a strong foundation before they take a huge leap into the unknown. So my advice is this. Get a few years of experience. Find a mentor who can guide you. Save some money so you're not starting with nothing. Learn how the world of business works from a safe position before you take on all the risk yourself. A career is a long journey, like a marathon, not a sprint. Starting with a solid, stable job is not giving up on a dream. It's building the strong ship you'll need to sail through the inevitable storms of entrepreneurship later on.
Thank you, Maria. And now for your closing statement, Leo.
The future is uncertain for everyone. Maria talks about a safe job, but the idea of a safe job for life is disappearing. Industries are changing, and automation is becoming more common. In this new world, the best security a young person can have is not a specific job title, but the ability to adapt, to solve problems, and to create their own value. Starting a business, whether it succeeds or fails, is the ultimate training for that future. It teaches you how to be resourceful and resilient. Encouraging young entrepreneurs is about trusting them. It's about believing in their vision and their ability to learn and grow. It's about empowering them to take control of their futures and to start building the kind of world they want to live in today, not in 5 years. Let's give them the support, the mentorship, and the courage to try.
Thank you, Leo, and thank you, Maria, for a fantastic and insightful discussion. Today, we've heard two compelling visions for the future of our young people. We heard Leo's call for empowerment, trust, and brave innovation. And we heard Maria's wise call for preparation, balance, and building a strong foundation. The right path will, of course, be different for every individual. It's a choice that requires careful thought. Thank you for watching Future Forward.